Tooch Man, all things Tooch. It's Thursday, and usually Tooch Man has on his channel activities or auctions. One of the auctions, my favorite, is the Tooch of Glass that it airs at 6 o'clock on Thursday. I always end up coming in late because I have a Sunday school class at the same time. And he sells with East Coast resellers. And this cup is made by Dawn from East Coast Resellers. She makes these. This one was $15. I went on an auction. Was it last night? It was night before. And I offered this for 10. They're usually 15. And what I want to do is I want to order another one. I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to order another one. It has my channel name on it. I guess I could put this over here in the corner. But anyway, yesterday I didn't have a live. And I didn't straighten up my area here. So I guess I'll do that while I'm on with you all today, or part of what I do while I'm on with you all today. I tried to sell my creepy hands and nobody wanted my creepy hands. See, I have a lot of stuff over here to the side. Let me see who I have in here. Good morning, Dan. Dan is from Wales, I believe. He's in the United Kingdom. And he has these wonderful fish tank videos, but he also has gaming videos, video games, and I used to watch or be a Star Trek fan. And I say that used to be because when the original movies came out, the first 6 movies, I loved. And then they did what was really the first trilogy in the timeline, but the 7th, 8th, and 9th movies they did in animation. And I just really hated that. So I kind of dropped out of being a Star Trek fan. And then when the newer movies came out, I started watching them again, but not with the same enthusiasm I used to have. But to me, it's not Grogu. It's Baby Yoda. And some people get upset about that. And so I just go ahead and say Baby Yoda. And people can just, be, whatever they want to be about it. But anyway, good morning, Giggles. Yeah, but anyway, Dan does these videos for Star Wars, and what I do is I watch his videos, and he just started the episode, and the timeline that it's in the whole plot of Star Wars is when the Death Star's been destroyed. So all these other people that are evil start filling the void of what was, after Vader was destroyed, or the Death Star was destroyed, that they could do. Because, there has to be evil, evidently. Good may conquer, but evil comes back. So, and it's a cyclical thing. But anyway, he's got a video game he runs on that, about that. So, good morning, Giggles. TJ is a drone operator, and he's like the daredevil of the drone community. Speaking of, science fiction, he flew a drone at the South Florida drone meetup. To me, that looks like the Enterprise from a distance, or the angle it was at. It looked like the Enterprise. Oh, I picked this up at the auction the other night because I was grabbing stuff to sell, and I'm like, oh, that's not for sale. That's lapis. Yeah, that's lapis. Don't you agree, Misty? Misty is in here. Oh, good morning, Scarlett. I'm so sorry if I didn't say good morning yet. I believe was in the breastplate of the high priest for the Israeli or Hebrew tribe. And when the high priest would go in the tabernacle, he had a different stone for each tribe. He had 12 stones, and I believe that was one of them that was on the breastplate for the high priest. So I'm collecting those. I need to go back and reread and make a list because when I read those passages, I wanted to start collecting those. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put these earrings. These earrings, oh, this matches this. I didn't have these together at the auction. So I'm going to put these in here. And I have another pair that I tried to sell, but these don't have, the backs are missing. So here are the front of them. And nobody bought those for $3. I was like, okay. I figured, I mean, they're nice and heavy. Of course, you know, earrings being heavy is, it means something that they're substantial, but at the same time, people don't like to weight down their earlobes sometimes, especially when you get older. Now, my earlobes have done pretty well because I haven't worn earrings a lot. Oh, okay, Soda Light. Little gold flakes in it. Let's see. I presume we're talking about this. I think it has gold flakes in it. Look at it. Or golden colored flakes. I don't know that they're actual gold. But it looks like, well, I've got it upside down. But I guess with the square, it doesn't matter all that much. But lapis lazuli is talked about in the Bible quite a bit. I think there's, I don't want to say anything because then if I can't find it later, then it's like, oh, you said this and, you know, you lied. And like, no, I just thought it was somewhere and maybe it wasn't, but I do believe, and it's just, I guess I could say it's my opinion at this point, that there's a passage where God is standing on lapis lazuli, a square of it. And there are different squares of things in heaven. I don't know where this, what this went to. I'm just going to put it on the side over here. And I have a bunch of these wooden rings. I didn't take those to auction because I need to find out if I put this, well, it's in the floor. But if I put a thick ring on a ring sizer, is it the size in the very middle of it? Oh, here, now I find it. Here's my ring sizer for my finger and for any rings I have around here that aren't in the floor. But if I put a thick ring on this thing, is it, and you know those rings that you put on your finger that are like, you know, they're like a half an inch long. Of course, the band is really where you size it at, I guess. But if you've got a thick band, and let's say you wear a size 8, and the band goes from like 7.75 to, let me see if I can find the actual numbers here. But if the band is, oh, that's an 8. A 7, I mean. So if you got the band here, and it's going this far and this far below the 8, is it an 8? You know, or do you have to go with the smallest size? Okay, from the bottom band. That makes sense because, you know, the smallest would be, you know, you wouldn't want to buy it if you were slightly larger because it probably wouldn't fit. But I just, I had chaos here on the table, and when I went to the auction, I just kind of rearranged my chaos. See that there's nothing in that bag. Okay, that's squashy tape. So I didn't come over here and work on anything yesterday because I was just, it's just chaos, and it's more chaos. It's like turned chaos now. It's like I have so many things to do with my family and personal life, and then I've got this Mexican coinage just sitting over here. And somebody told me the melt value was how I needed to go with it. But, I'm the kind of person, I don't like to put anything in the trash. I don't have anything melted down. I just don't like to do that, even though the metals might be worth more than the actual coins. But I got my packages out. I wasn't able to do it the same day, but I did it the next morning. Good morning, Crystal Clear. How you doing? Crystal has some amazing jewelry offerings. And I bought a radio from her. It's just a little AM radio. But the other night, the electricity went out. And it's just kind of comforting to have the radio on, even though none of the programs were talking about my local weather. We had a windstorm this week. And the electricity went out for 1,100 people. It was a localized thing, but it was still kind of really. Oh, I'm going to put this fish in here, this fishy ring. I'll find the other one soon. It was kind of upsetting because I was in my recliner, and I found out the hard way that my recliner does not have a battery backup. So it's like a lift chair, and I didn't have it lifted to the back, but I did have the feet all the way up, and I did have the back a little bit, not, like sleeping, mode, hadn't turned it into a bed, but I was fully, reclined with my feet up, and I was unable to get out of my chair. Yeah, it was, it's like, oh my, this is not good. And a lot of them will have a battery backup because I've talked about or read about people having them, and, the electricity goes out or something happens and their battery has died. So, I wouldn't want one that was completely on battery, and I wouldn't want one like mine that doesn't have a battery at all, that it just dies when the electricity goes out. But the good news is I had gone to the bathroom, and I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I just, waited it out. But, because it was a windstorm, and our electric company here is really excellent. I mean, I'm really kind of shocked when we lose electricity because usually, I've heard transformers blow on the street and that sort of thing, but and then they've got backup transformers. But we have a little substation around the corner, and evidently the substation had a problem for the localized neighborhood. 1,100 people sounds like a lot of people, but when you live in a city that fluctuates just above and just below 1 million on a weekly basis, it probably doesn't seem like a lot to the city. Yeah. And but it was an interesting time, just to say the least. I offered these hens for sale. Nobody was interested in it. So I'm just going to kind of use this. Oh, I was selling my cowbell, and I talked about the Saturday Night Live scene with Christopher Walken, and Denise from Denise's Magical Emporium was like, oh, she was just like, I'm live because she sold after me. But I had a good time at the sale. I had to readjust my camera during the sale because I usually do my lives, you can see, horizontal. It gets a little bit more traffic that way. I get people coming in that are just, scrolling lives sometimes, and they connect with me sometimes, and sometimes they don't. There was one Tuesday I had to explain to him that he could just go ahead and flip, the screen up and go move on if he wanted to, because he was indicating he didn't like it here, and that's fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and nobody is actually. But so it's one of those things. You get different kind of traffic. So during the auction, I watched the replay, and that mug I just put up, at the beginning of this live, the cup was too tall for me to show it. So Janice and Donna Maria walked me through changing my camera angle. I had put it on auto rotate before I came on, and I did have it on horizontal, because for some reason, if you don't have your camera on horizontal, people just don't want, if you have it on the vertical view, people just don't want to deal with you. And it's like, I don't know why. I mean, it is hard when you're showing stuff. It's harder to do that on the vertical, because you miss some things on the side. But like this, I would just have to back up the camera and put it further away. But I don't have a lot of distance. I just got a slice of the end of this table that I use usually. So I tried to sell cookbooks. I actually did sell one. This is the one that didn't sell. The other one is already in the mail. It'll be delivered by Friday or Saturday. Even though I didn't go that same day, I went the next morning. And, I guess I was down there about 9 o'clock. About when, not too long after they opened. It wasn't that crowded yesterday. The line was probably 6 people in front of me, which, sometimes I go in the post office here in Jacksonville, and there's 20, 30 people in line. I kid you not. But they were paving the road, resurfacing the road, and it was, it's one of those days. And I had just washed my car, and I just, you wash your car, and then you go, and then that's almost all the little owls sold. And then you go and you get tar on the bottom of your car, just driving to it. I drive really slow when I'm doing that, because, the faster you drive, it seems like the more it splashes up on your side of your car. And I do not like that. I don't have to pay to get my car detailed, But I took it really slow and did the best I could. I mean, that's what anything we can do. Hey, Tooch Man, I've already talked about your auction tonight. The East Coast resellers in the evening. Thank you so much. Let me see. I got 7 in the house and 5 thumbs up is what I'm showing. Is that what you're showing on that your end, guys? Who forgot to give me a thumbs up? I mean, I know, I understand lurking. Sometimes I lurk myself, but it's free to give that thumbs up. I'm just saying. There's only one person that I lurk in the chat and don't give a thumbs up, and it's just to see what level of drama she's got for today. And the rest of the people, I always give a thumbs up. I don't give a thumbs down. Don't give a thumbs up. I just see what drama is on her plate for today, just because. And I shouldn't even watch it, I shouldn't even go there. But curiosity. It's just curiosity. Thank you so much, Crystal, and all of the rest of you. I've ended up being out of my pattern for donation for the boxes that I put on Facebook Marketplace, and all the bubble wrap and the shipping paper and the boxes. If they're usable at all, I take the labels off of them. Well, there's a food bank on the next street, so I had been giving them moms extra medical supplies because she's been in not assisted living, but she's been in a facility instead of at home. She's coming home soon though, and she still gets her supplies when she's in there. So I've been donating them to the church. And good morning, little lone prepper. How you doing? Thank you so much. I know it's early. I think you're like in the United States and you're in an earlier time zone, so it's uber early for you. I understand, and I appreciate you being here. But what I did this last time, instead of putting the boxes on Facebook Marketplace and donating them to somebody local that wants to store or ship, or they're moving, kind of thing, or whatever they want to use the boxes for. So that way I'm just not chucking it in the recycle. And because, it's good to put it in the recycle, but it's horrible to put it in the garbage. But if somebody can reuse it, why not? Anyway, the church ran short on boxes, so I gathered up all the boxes and took them over there. Donating them on Facebook Marketplace is considerably easier to do, but I wanted to help people that help people, and so I took it over there. But they didn't want the bubble wrap or the shipping paper. And one of the boxes, the largest box, was just cram packed with bubble wrap. I've got some stuff on the floor down here. With bubble wrap and shipping paper and just all kinds of stuff like that. And so they didn't want that. They needed it empty. So they went ahead and chucked it out in my truck. Well, and I had a laundry basket in there. They put most of it got in the laundry basket, which was neat. But the next weekend, and it's not like me, I had not taken out the bubble wrap and the shipping paper. And I'll just say this, God knows what he's doing. And so I got a text from my cousin. I had gone to my Aunt Irma's estate sale, and they just gave me what I wanted, just absolutely free, because I'm family. And I didn't expect that from them, but I was so happy. And I told them, I said, there's some other things I want, but I don't want to take a dime out of your pocket. So just let me know when, the day that you're going to donate. Maybe I can come over that day. And they had called the Vietnam veterans, as I suggested, and they were getting ready to put everything out when I came over. And I got some porcelain figures and stuff. I got porcelain figures of 3 wise men. I thought about doing showing the haul that I got from my aunt's estate sale. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I might eventually show some of it. Definitely some of it is going to be part of my background, especially, in the holidays. The 3 wise men and the plate that I have will be back here for the holidays. But anyway, I had all that bubble wrap and packing paper at the perfect time, and it was all just still in my trunk. And as Marty and I got in the car and we're heading over, I thought about that. I was thinking, I don't have any boxes, but they had boxes. And so it just worked out perfectly that I was able to protect that stuff on the way home. And Marty got some stuff that reminds them of Aunt Irma. And, that was all very, very good, the way it happened. And, the whole thing. But anyway, I took 2 weeks off for bereavement, but I got a reminder this week of things that had happened before, and how much loss our families had this year. And we're struggling right now with mom's care. And we were struggling with mom's care and mom's decisions and all those end of life things while 2 of my aunts died. So I may mention it on occasion because, you know, it just is so emotionally impactful to me to have all that happen at once. Oh, here's the bag I was looking for yesterday. Well, that happens. I guess I can put that in the bottom here. See, the storage in this is kind of minimal because, well, let me go ahead and see what's in here. Oh, this looks like, is there a letter on that? Because it looks like it might have had something on there that popped off. Yeah, I was looking for this yesterday. But, you know, next time. That's all I can say. I think this is a money clip. Yep, it's a money clip. It's got initials on it. Let me see. I would put this in my purse, but I think when you have these in your purse or on your person, see that you can clip that on like the inside of a pocket or something. I think it just makes it more obvious that you're carrying cash. Oh, good morning, Ray Ray. So good to see you. So good to see all of you. But I was trying to figure out what the initials were on this. Maybe I got it upside down. Looks like there's an M and an M, but I'm still not making out that first letter. I feel like I'm in the eye doctor's office. They're asking me to read the chart, and I can't do it. I have to go up to the next row with the bigger letters. Okay. This has an A on it. I had been looking for this too. But I think that sits in the middle of a man's tie, like a tie tack. And here's a watch face. I had a whole bag of watches. I don't know where they're at. They're probably a box here somewhere. And I was going to work on them. I have one that was out of that lot that I got and worked. It seems like when I get a lot of watches that only a few of them or maybe none of them work. And, you know, it's just like I'm gambling. I'm buying the whole lot to see if I can get one good watch out of it. But there's a place here in town, and it's like $6 that you can pay, and they'll put a battery in for you. I guess that's a tie tack. Huh. That's unusual. I don't know if that's a 420 item or not, but, you know, you could use it for that for certain. But I don't think that's the original purpose of this piece of jewelry. Huh. This was a jewelry lot that came from an estate sale. Odds and ends. Oh, that's an A. So I guess whoever passed away, their first initial or last initial is A. So 2 pieces with that on it. Okay. And that's just a plain bar. And that'd have to be awfully thin tie, wouldn't it? Good morning, Johnny. How you doing? I was looking at these pieces. They look like clips, but let me find that one that was just really unusual. It's not this one. Not that, these. Oh, that's the one with the A. Oh, I don't know if I can find it now. Oh, no. I don't want to do that. Let's see. This is definitely a nice one. This is for a wider tie. This person wore a lot of thin ties. Let me find it. I don't know how long you've been here, Johnny. Johnny has an 8:30 show. It's called Morning Boost. Oh, I see it now. It's a CA, looks like, or just a little curly thing and an A. So maybe this person's last name was A and their first initial was C. Yeah, it has to be this way. Good morning, Judy May. Oh, oh my goodness. Your last crazy lady thing where you eat a combination of different kinds of foods and you take suggestions for that. Oh, I just can't. Not with the Jello and the sauerkraut. Oh my gosh, no. I was like, it's like one of those things. I wanted to look away, like, no, she's not going to eat that. And the expression on your face would have been exactly what my expression would have been, like, oh no, this is not good. And I kind of knew it wouldn't be good before you put it in your mouth. I wouldn't, it was terrible. I knew it was going to be terrible. And I thought, well, whoever suggested that, food combination to Judy May, they're not really her friend. I'm just saying. I don't know who it was, or if there was anybody, if you just, went with what you had in your cabinet and thought, well, this would be kind of weird. But it really was kind of weird. Like, oh, but anyway, Judy May she does lives and she does cooking. And then some days she does a crazy lady thing where she just absolutely eats weird combinations of stuff. And it's like, oh no, please don't. But, you watch it anyway because you just want to see. Because sometimes you end up doing that and it ends up tasting good, I think I got this from Crystal. Yeah, I think I got this from Crystal. This is their angels. And I normally don't have angels. I've had a lot of conflicting information about angels, but I normally don't buy them. But these angels are different. These are charms on this bracelet, and they have the 10 Commandments on them. And they're marked. Oh, that says number 1, I think. Let me see if those are numbers on the back. Yeah, that's number 5. Oh, it's too small of a print for me to read, but I can sell this or give this to somebody with younger that would appreciate 10 Commandments. Oh, you're an angel. No, you're not, Scarlett. You are not an angel. You almost, when you started coming to our lives, I believe it was on Larry's, and I think Larry was on live yesterday. I wasn't. Was Larry on live yesterday? But anyway, Scarlett's original channel name was Toilet Girl. Yeah, Judy May knows. But I just love this. This is an excellent piece. Do you remember where you got this, Crystal? Was this a family member or, from a state, or was this a yard sale or a state farm from somebody you didn't know, or yard sale, or did you buy this originally? It is. It's really cool. This is the little letters. Of course, I've got a larger version over here. I haven't checked to see. Whoops. Oh, I forgot this owl was over here. I didn't try to sell this owl. He's just outstanding. So I've only got less than half the owls left that I originally sold. Good morning, Bob. Busy, busy, busy. Oh, I know. Bob is a fishing channel, and he catches his fish and to his limits, whatever legally is in his state. And he takes the fish home and fillets it up and cooks it. And oh, it's from your mother. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I know we have to let things go, but I just it makes it more precious. I have some things over here from Randy Ramon, Moon Valley Crafts mom, but the then Bob makes these delicious baked fish and fried fish recipes with what he catches, and does it gluten free, which I appreciate because just like Bob, I have a family member that has celiac or celiac disease that has to be gluten free. So if you have a health condition like that, you're really better off just cooking everything yourself. And we did that until we moved into here, and we both have back issues, and the tile is the substance we have to stand on to cook or do anything in that kitchen. So we have stopped cooking, and we run in there and put stuff in, well, we walk in there and put stuff in the microwave and walk out. That's how we're eating over here. But it's it's all right. It is what it is. But Bob uses gluten-free breadcrumbs, that 4C stuff. Oh, good morning, Masha. I was just showing this beautiful bracelet I got from Crystal. It was her mother's. And all these little angels have the 10 Commandments on them, and they're numbered. But later, I'm not going to show how, because I got to get a magnifying glass. But I'm going to see if the 10 Commandments on this heavy stone with etchings on it is the same as the ones on the bracelet. So, because, they're 10 Commandments are pretty straightforward, but, translations just get all different. But Masha from Mayhem and Miracles, she has a wonderful talk show. She's a very thoughtful person, and she helps people out. She gives you, she watches your videos and comes to your lives and is a good person. And, I haven't spent enough time with Masha, to be quite honest. I'm finally getting your name right, Masha. But I really have enjoyed, watching your show. I generally lurk in your room because when I go to chat rooms that are a mixture, a big mixture, and because you have a lot more people in your chat than I do, I like to remain quiet for a while. Like I've gone to these lives in the middle of the night where it's like a convenience store in Chicago, and they're just so many different people from so many different backgrounds that I just want to be quiet for a while. A chat room with more people in it, I tend to lurk more until I learn the room because you just don't know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we all have to take a break every once in a while, don't we? And when I took a 2 week break, it didn't seem to hurt me except for my Bible readings. I guess I had people following me regularly on my Bible readings that weren't commenting. And when I went away for a couple of weeks, some of them went away, sadly. But, it's just a small step back, and I needed the time. Pie pick, Pickus. I'm horrible at names. I'm so sorry. If you could put in there phonetically what your name is, that'd be great. But for right now, how about I call you 23? Is that acceptable? I know I'm kind of like, I want people, if people know me and they know my real name, I want them to use Myra or Myra Elaine if they know. But, don't treat me like a stranger if you know who I am, kind of thing. I like the introduction to Cheers. it's a show from the, gosh, I don't even know if people know what Cheers is now. It was a TV show back when we had, just maybe 20 channels. It wasn't back in the day when we just had three. I think we had about 20 channels about that time. You do pretty well with Craig. What do you mean you do pretty well with Craig? Are you talking to me, Craig? Well, at least you're awake this morning. Yeah, okay. Okay, you were back in at Larry's. Okay, cool. He had the week before he had gone live every morning, and this week he was just going to go on Wednesday. And oh, my day yesterday. Oh goodness, I decided I'm too tired anyway, so I went ahead and took Wednesday off. Um, I went to the post office and I got all my packages ready from the sale. And I really shouldn't have gone on the sale because I had too much on my plate, but it had been scheduled for months. And I thought, no, I'm going to plow through. I'm going to get this done. And I did. And I'm glad I did because I had a lot of fun. I made a little bit of money. And my goals are kind of to make my channel sustainable. So I have membership fees for some channels, and I make super chats to people. And then, part of my purchases can be purchased with the money I sell with. I mean, my personal purchases are way more than, my fee money and my super chat money is going to be. I'm going to kind of keep it separate. But I'm going to make it try to have a sale somewhere once a month just to cover my channel membership fees and any other related expenses I have. Maybe a little bit of gasoline to go back and forth to the post office. My post office box rent is due soon, and it keeps going up and up. For 6 months, it's $210. And for the whole year, if it stays at that rate, it'll be $420. Ouch. So, I mean, I think that's what it said. It was $410 for 6 months. And I'm just really kind of unamused about it. But it could be worse. Because during the time that I was getting like 12 packages a week, they were trying to extort me into getting a larger box, which meant changing my address. And I've got all this address on my personal mail and for, well, I guess, well, I don't want to say how many people, but, for our whole family. And it's just, it is just too much to change all that addresses. Plus, they wanted to charge me, it was either $1,000 or $1,500 for door service. The thing was, when I went up and asked for my packages, they were the ones requesting I go to the door. I wasn't requesting it. I was perfectly willing to put, I take a walker in. I was perfectly willing to put all the packages on my walker, but they're like, oh no, come over here, because that's what they wanted. And that's what I ended up talking to somebody pretty high up and saying, this is extortion. And, they're the ones requesting I go to the door. So I've had problems at the post office, but I think my privacy is worth it. I mean, there's like 2 people in the community know where I actually live. And one of them has been to my house. No, actually 2. But one of them I hadn't had anything to do with in a long time. I'm not sure what's really happened to her, so I probably need to check on her. And took the empty boxes, but I think it ended up being a little bit more work, and she would just rather go ahead and buy her stuff. And it's also, it's recycle and reuse stuff, and you have to work it, and it takes more time. There was a young couple that came last month, and the girl was so excited. And I just had like 10 boxes with bubble and paper wrap. But it was a young couple and they were moving, and she said, we tried everywhere. I mean, she just was so, when you move, how hard things are. She was just, they were to the point of desperation. I almost invited them in to go ahead and empty some of the boxes I have in here, but I just didn't want to cause more confusion. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Hang on. Marty? We got somebody at the door.
I did.
How are you today?
All right.
You making it?
Hey.
Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
I'm on my live. I can quit my live if you want me to.
That's fine. I'm just going to go around and treat the inside like I always do.
Yeah, there was one ant in the kitchen and one got in the car.
Okay.
So the carport.
You got it.
All right.
Won't get handled.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yep.
It's my pest control man. I'm so glad that Craig is awake this morning. I just really am. But, oh my goodness, we probably need to make a trip somewhere this morning and get out of here for a couple hours because the bug spray and it settles. Last time we stayed, I was like, oh no. But, you know, it's one of those things you have to get rid of the pests. I'd rather have the chemicals, you know, settling for a couple hours than I would have pests. That's horrible. Here in Florida, we have lots of palmetto bugs, and I hate those things. When I was in graduate school, I was at UNF, and that campus got infested with palmetto bugs. And I came out of class, I got in the car, and at that time, this had been, 15 years ago, I was smoking at that time. So, you know, I would crack my window, and I went down off campus and I went to the first stoplight and I had my window cracked, and one crawled into the car with me. You know, it was like this, like a foot from my head. And I'm just so lucky I did not wreck the car. And, you know, I pulled off the road and I, you know, shoved it out with my hand, closed the door and went down the road. But I didn't smoke anymore when I left campus. Yeah. And I had one and I told the lady at the pest control office this story. I had one, I was home alone, and I had a word processor on one corner of my room, and I had a computer with floppy disk on the other. So you know how long ago that's been. And I was transferring files from the computer, from the word processor to the computer. And I was there alone. Marty was at school, and I'm looking at my screen. I'm you know, downloading information and typing. And so all of a sudden, you know, the word processor was one of those old word processors that had a steel ball on it when it typed. And I heard it typing, and there was nobody else there. And so I was creeped out, and I turned around and looked, and I swear this palmetto bug, well, I can't even, it was like 4 inches. It was just huge, and it was, you know, heavy. It was heavy enough to type. So anyway, I chased that thing all around. It was back when, you know, I could still chase a palmetto bug. Good morning, Skeeter. But Skeeter's a fisherman, him and Bob. And Skeeter and his wife have a lot of fun when they go out fishing. Miss Skeeter dances and all kinds of stuff. But and they have their favorite snacks. And I just kind of like hanging out with the Skeeters. But, you know, I guess I should have saved that big palmetto bug for bait. But I didn't really know any fishermen back then. Somebody. If I catch another one, I'll have to put it in a tube and mail it to you. You know, that's probably illegal. I don't know if they allow that, but what are they called? Entomologist? What is a scientist that studies insects? But anyway, they probably mail specimens through the mail and all that. I don't know. Do you all get insect type bait? Can you buy that locally in Pennsylvania? They're both in Pennsylvania, different areas of Pennsylvania. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Bob. I don't know if you saw my video the other day. I was thinking about making a care package for my cousins. Oh dear. No, we're not going to go with human bait. But could I put this in the care package box, or is that too controversial? Oh, yes, we have some beautiful owls around here. Marty loves owls. These are the ones that Marty said they didn't want. And um, this one is like, I don't know, it's like home done pottery. Look at that. And the eyes are hollow. It's hollow inside, so you could put like a little tea light or something in it. Do you like, you and Mrs. Skeeter like owls? Oh, I can't wait until you get your giveaway from Bob's. But I have this, which has got little compartments in it for lures or whatever. And I've got a nylon laundry bag, which is good for camping. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, Bob may have moved on. He is hopping around to different lives. So he probably left again already. All right, I have to ask him later. But the funniest thing, I got this necklace. It's good for a man or a woman. It's like paperclip chain. But I haven't asked him about this, so I don't know if this is going to be part of his giveaway this month or not. I have this toboggan because he has members that are Canadian. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're peeking through. Oh, and the funny thing, the real like gag gift in this care package that I want to give away on your channel is this. These are portable urine bags. So I don't know what you think of that. I'm getting an amen on the portable urine bags. Okay. First, amen from something earlier, Judy May. But anyway, so I got these napkins. It just got leaves on them. But, I thought it would be good for outdoors people who would appreciate the botanical look of that. So I don't know what you think. Do you like the idea of doing a giveaway with a care package like that? That's right. You don't want them till you need them. It's just kind of one of those things. But I thought I would maybe add some gloves, do the toboggan and the laundry bag and the unisexual necklace and the fishing box. And let's see what else is here. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers pencils. Yeah, I know, Mother's Day weekend. I wish I could be there, but, it's just too far for me to travel. And, I don't have fishing license. So and I don't want to, be the person that baits the hooks, kind of thing. That's not very fun, But fishing licenses here are like $17. You're at the bus stop. Or are you saying that's when you might need the, that would be kind of tricky at a bus stop now, wouldn't it? But anyway, I don't know. You're not going to give me a yes or no on the Pittsburgh Steelers pencils. But with a, where I went through these items and ask you, what you thought. But, you might want to privately email me and tell me what you think. Like, no way, I'm not doing that. No is a perfectly fine answer. Matter of fact, I'd rather have no than, a kind of sort of yes that's unclear. And then later, all of this other stuff happens to cover up the fact that you didn't want to say yes. But it's okay, I'm a big girl. You can tell me no. So if you don't want that, that's fine. I'll either sell the stuff if I can or give it to the veterans, It's all good. just having some ideas over here. I know that's really dangerous to have ideas, but I have them all the time. I just can't help it. I think. I don't know why I think, but I think. I'm a thinking person. It just, it brings a lot of trouble. Yeah, all these bags to put jewelry in. What is this? Oh, this looks lovely. Now, this would not go into my fishing lot, care package lot. This is a wonderful little delicate handkerchief. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? But anyway, I got to go catch up with my bug man and see where he's at and get Marty and I ready to go somewhere and hang out. Oh, here's a bag. Another jewelry bag that's empty. Where is the octopus? Did somebody lift my octopus? Okay. Oh, I took the octopus out. So I don't know where the gold octopus is. Not something you can say every day. Oh, there's the other fish. Yay. I found this fish earring at the beginning of my live. And here is the other little fish. And now they're back together. Or almost. I'm almost there. So anyway, I still got to find out what my bug man's doing, if he's gone, and get Marty and myself out the door. So you too, Judy May. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, prayers and hugs.